Hey, you guys, Coach Liz here. All right, this week I want to talk about one of my very favorite topics. We are going to talk about inflammation and how that affects your body because inflammation is a huge aspect to weight loss and keeping your weight off, but more than that, feeling good and staying healthy long term in your life. So, this is an important topic. Take note, get your books out. You want to learn about inflammation because it will change your life. And next week, we're going to talk about balancing blood sugar. Those two go hand in hand because when your blood sugar is off balance, your inflammation goes up. And so when we can keep those two things in balance, you will notice a huge difference. All right, a few resources I want you to check out this week to learn more about inflammation is in Dr. A's Habits of Health book. I'm going to send you there because there's a lot of information about inflammation that you're going to want to look at because it is such a helpful topic. On page 424 in Habits of Health Life book, Dr. Anderson really deep dives into inflammation, what causes it, how to reduce it, how it affects you. So you're going to want to look at that this week, page 424 in Dr. A's Habits of Health book. That is part 2.14. You're going to want to dive into there, learn about inflammation because it is the key to health. Really, it is something that will change your life. Also, Element 20 in your life book just goes over a quick overview of inflammation. And so that's a great part too. It has some questions for you to answer just to make sure that you understood what you learned. So let's talk about what inflammation is. Inflammation is like our 24 emergency system. It is a vital part of our body. It is what repairs our body when we have sickness. It keeps our body into balance. It is like the emergency system that notices anything off balance when there's a virus, bacteria, parasite, when you have an injury like a cut or a broken bone. It rushes in with the white blood cells to get to work to heal it. And also remembers past experiences so that it can heal ourselves quickly when we have a sickness or an injury. So inflammation is a huge part of our health. But inflammation also can wreak havoc on your body when it is out of imbalance because of weight or stress. Things like that can cause inflammation and really keep your body out of balance. So we're going to talk about 3 areas that cause inflammation that you can really pay attention to in your life to keep that inflammation down and really see a difference with your health. All right, the 3 areas are internal, external, and food. Those are the 3 things that really cause a lot of inflammation. So let's start with our external environment. What are some things in your home, like chemicals, that might be causing inflammation? Could be cleaning products, hair or body products, makeup, chemicals, things that you're putting on your body that your body is absorbing, smells, fragrances like candles, things like that have chemicals that can cause inflammation in your body. So take a quick look around your house. What are some things that you can maybe swap out for a natural product to help reduce inflammation? Also, if you have a job that you work around chemicals, make sure that you're taking a lot of precautions so that your body is not absorbing those smells, things in your hands. If you're a beautician or you work janitorial or anything that has fumes like paint, that is often a cause of inflammation. So pay attention to that. Also, internal factors would be lack of movement. If you are not moving your body, you can have a lot of inflammation. So that's why exercise is so important. Also, lack of sleep causes inflammation. A huge one is stress. So make sure that you are learning to manage your stress, learning to stop, challenge, and choose. Take some deep breaths, recognize your emotion, process those emotions because stress really causes a lot of inflammation in your body. All right, let's talk about food. What foods cause inflammation in your body? This is something that I love because it makes a big difference. My clients on my program, even within a week of getting their body into balance and getting the right foods, often tell me that they notice a huge difference in their joints, feeling better. And so what are some signs of inflammation? Let's talk about that real quick before we go into food. You can notice that you have inflammation a lot of times if you carry weight around your belly because most inflammation starts in your gut. That's why with Optavia, we really focus on gut health because it helps reduce inflammation. So belly fat is a sign of inflammation. Joint pain, your knees, your ankles, your hips, any of your joints, if they're hurting, that is inflammation. Recovering or reoccurring injuries, that is a sign of inflammation. If you get sick often, hygiene, your mouth is a huge source of inflammation. So make sure that you are getting your teeth clean, getting your teeth taken care of when you have cavities, because that can really be a source of inflammation. Also, headaches, or brain fog. That is a big sign of inflammation also. So if you have any of those things, those are things that you really want to pay attention and make a few adjustments to help your body feel better. But also inflammation is what causes disease. So any disease, like even cancer, is caused by inflammation. Obesity-related diseases like high blood pressure, diabetes, really any disease is usually caused by inflammation. So when we learn how to lower our inflammation, take care of our body, get our body more into balance, then not only will we feel better, but things that we don't even notice that may be happening down the road, like sickness or disease, we may be able to prevent. So that's why it's so important. All right, we were going to talk about food. What foods can you swap out and incorporate in your body to lower your inflammation? One thing that is great is with the Optavia program, where we learn about lean and green foods. Those are actually the foods that you want to eat most often because those are low inflammatory foods. The fuelings, those are low inflammatory foods. It helps get your blood sugar balanced to lower inflammation. So all the things that you're eating on the Optavia program, those are things that it's like your practice that you're practicing incorporating those foods into your lifestyle because those are low inflammatory foods. Lean protein, vegetables, those are the things that you want to eat most often. Healthy fats, you're learning what fats are healthy and what fats are not by what things that you are eating with your program. So those are things that you're going to want to incorporate in your lifestyle long term. So what are foods that we want to avoid? What causes inflammation? The things that cause inflammation the most would be highly processed foods, unhealthy fats like fried foods, margarines, things like that. We want to stick with low inflammatory oils, like olive oil is a great one. It's actually the same as like taking an ibuprofen, but in a natural way. It helps reduce inflammation. So using olive oil for your cooking, that is a great thing. Also, fried foods, you're going to notice more inflammation if you eat a lot of fried foods. Processed flours, white flours, especially sugars, that really causes inflammation. I myself notice a difference in my body when I eat more sugar. So staying away from corn syrups and, lots of sugary desserts, that can really breed inflammation because fat and sugar really breeds inflammation. So being careful of how much sugar, white flours, processed foods, sticking more with lean and greens. We're going to incorporate the healthy fruits and we're going to learn through that transition part of what foods to incorporate most often: whole grains, fruits, vegetables, healthy fat, all of those things. And of course, continuing with our habits of lean and green most often, looking for those lean protein and vegetables. That really helps reduce inflammation. Also, green veggies like kale, lettuce, broccoli, those are anti-inflammatory. Those are things that you want to eat most often. So hopefully that's just kind of a quick overview of inflammation. Pay attention to where your body's hurting. Your body can tell you a lot of things if you pay attention, and also what you have control over in your environment, your internal, like getting enough sleep, exercise, drinking enough water, all of the high five habits that we go over all the time. Those are the things that will reduce inflammation. Choosing the right balanced foods, balancing your blood sugar, getting enough sleep, drinking your water, getting your exercise, and of course, managing your mindset to reduce stress. That will be the best benefit for your body in regards to inflammation. So again, check out element 2.14 in Dr. Anderson's Habits of Health book. You will learn so much about how to take care of your body, how to reduce inflammation, not just how to lose weight, but how to feel good for the rest of your life and how to be able to maintain that weight loss easier by keeping that blood sugar and that inflammation down. So stay tuned for next week when we talk about blood sugar balance, because those go hand in hand with inflammation. But hopefully you can make a couple adjustments in your lifestyle to consciously reduce inflammation. All right, have a good week.